Ben Simmons has finally met with mental health professionals at the Philadelphia 76ers after initially refusing to accept the team's help for a problem he originally claimed he was grappling with. Simmons' claim that mental health issues are behind his non-appearance for the 76ers so far this season is not washing with many onlookers. For whereas the admission of mental health problems brought sympathy and empathy for tennis superstar Naomi Osaka and gymnastics supremo Simone Biles, Simmons has been accused of simply crying wolf. The 25-year-old has been embroiled in a standoff with the 76ers management since a disastrous climax to their playoff run last season, which saw him cast as persona non grata by his head coach, some of his teammates, and a large section of the ball club's passionate, perhaps delusional, fan base. Everyone knows Simmons wants to continue his NBA career with another team, but the 76ers are playing hardball with their president, Daryl Morey, only willing to sanction a trade if he's getting an all-star caliber player in return. Meanwhile, Joel Embiid and those 76ers who actually want to be in Philadelphia are efficiently going about their business on the court. Only the Warriors, with 9, have won more games than the 8 won by the 76ers since the start of the season. We're talking in the entire NBA. So it appears the team has mentally moved on from their Australian All-Star. So, team, are we seeing a case of a star athlete using the cover of mental health issues to evoke sympathy and empathy?
And you know, this is something I wanted to avoid. This is something I don't like when people take advantage of a particular situation. Now, with the moves that Ben Simmons has been making, George and Lance, I'm not sure. I mean, we're not the doctors on hand. We're not with the 76ers medical health team to know what he's genuinely doing. We don't know what he's up to, but all I will say is based on the evidence, based on the reports coming to hand, it just doesn't look good. We already knew that Ben Simmons had a problem with the 76ers when they lost that semifinal match to the Atlanta Hawks. So from then, the relationship was bitter, it was sour, you know, leading up to now. You know, he's expressed, as you said in the opening, George, his desire to leave and play with another franchise. So to come now and tell me that, you know, you're not feeling well mentally, and worse yet, the team is providing mental help for you. You know, they're putting the facilities, they're pumping the money to ensure that you get the help that you want. And you are making life living hell for them. You're not even showing up. You're showing up when you feel to show up. It just doesn't look good because, all right, if you are suffering mentally, why aren't you taking the assistance?
But he isn't beginning to do that.
Well, that's the thing. But he gave my thing is you gave so much problems to it.
Okay, like initially,
that's the point. It was resistant.
And the truth is, he might probably do it again based on what we've seen, which is the reason why they had to fine him, then stop fining him, then fine him again. So it just doesn't look good, is all I'm saying.
No, this is a terrible story, to be quite honest, and you don't want to be insensitive, but you have to be suspicious about Ben Simmons, given all that we have seen in recent months. I saw a report that suggested that the National Basketball Association Players Union is supporting him. And, you know,
it has to.
It
has to. It's a trade union.
It's a players.
He pays his dues for them to look after his interests. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know that is one of the things why some people don't like unions, because sometimes they defend the indefensible.
No, but it doesn't matter. It's like a parent. The parent is going to defend. If I'm guilty of Mariah's, no, let me not say that. But if I'm guilty of a murder, my parents are going to get the best attorney for me. Are going to ensure that I'm comfortable in jail, and it stands to reason why they would.
There have been rare cases when parents don't defend their children. Rare cases,
very rare cases. Broken clock is right.
I think those cases are important though, because there are times when right is right and wrong is wrong. And if Ben Simmons is wrong, I accept that the NBA Players Union will have to defend him because of what they do, and that's what they do. But there has to be a right and wrong way about everything.
But Lance, the NBA Players Union operates under the mantra that the player comes first.
Yes.
In every situation. It's the same thing with if I may just pivot, the Press Association of Jamaica. If a journalist does something wrong, which has happened in my tenure as president, and the whole world is on that journalist's back, I have to try to find a way to defend the journalist. Even if objectively as an individual, I would have been among the critics as well. But it's not my job to add to that. It's my job to find a way to smooth the situation.
In most instances, you try to deflect as opposed to defend.
Well, in defending, I deflect.
Yeah, but deflecting is what you do first.
No, it's defense.
And what he does
it's defense based on deflection.
First and best.
But here's the thing. I believe that he has mental health issues, though.
Yes.
I do.
No,
I genuinely believe so.
Yeah.
Because
but why not take the help?
Well, and that's the thing. Again, this is a mistake that we make. There is no set way. There is no prescribed path to assistance. There is no cogent manner in which someone who has mental health issues ought to operate.
Correct.
Because having mental health issues means you are not thinking in the way that someone who's not having those issues is thinking. That's the first thing. So let us not say that why not take the help, because that perhaps is symptomatic of the mental health problems that the man is having. I'm saying, how could Ben Simmons not have mental health issues? Look, he's trapped in a vortex at the 76ers. His coach effectively said after the Hawks game and what he did on court, unforgivable, that basically he has no future here.
Yes.
His best teammate, Embiid, has said words to the effect that, boy, we are better off without him, and then put an arm around him, and then said we're better off without him, and then put an arm around him again. The people in Philadelphia, the most delusional sports fans in the world, I don't know what's in the water in Philadelphia, but they love delusionally, yeah? They don't want him there. But the ball club wants to keep him because of the contract he's on, because of his potential,
so
because of the fact that he can improve. That man must have mental health issues. Nobody can tell me otherwise. So I'm saying, I believe he does have mental health issues. And the fact that he's not submitting himself to help in the way that the organization, which has caused his mental health issues, wants to help him to get over those mental health issues, I can't criticize him for that. I'm sorry.
No,
and I support 100% the players' union putting their arm around their guy and saying, Ben, whatever you do, if you decide to jump, we're going to lay out a parachute. We're going to put a parachute on your back. We're going to put a piece of sponge for you to fall on. Whittaker is a wicked man. He couldn't be a union leader.
No, the thing
You would sell out your own.
No, I believe in right and wrong.
But Whittaker, there's no right and wrong when you're invested in defending someone, Whittaker. That's the point.
Of course there is.
No, sir. If someone from a rival sports network criticizes you, yeah? And even if I believe that the criticism is valid, do you think I would go on any public platform and support them in criticism? Hell no. I'm defending you to the tilt.
Yeah, but
to the hilt, rather.
I understand the principle.
Yes.
I understand the principle. But I'm thinking of your conscience. Your conscience. It is very hard for me to do things that go against the grain of my conscience. And if I believe, or I have proof that someone is guilty of something, and I know they are guilty, George, I don't know how to defend them. I don't know.
Lance, I'll say this
That's
to you.
me.
I'll say this to you. Yeah. I'll say this to you. I can see the NBA Players Union saying to Ben Simmons quietly, Ben, I think you're wrong for how you're going about this.
Yes.
All right. What's your end game? All right. Publicly, we're going to support you. So, because I've been in the situation with a journalist that's done wrong, and I've called them and I've said, listen, what you did was, how could you do that? But you hear me on a radio program the morning after? Oh my goodness. I'm doing right by my constituent because that's what I'm constitutionally bound to do. The Players Union cannot but publicly support Ben Simmons.
No, but I just want, for the benefit of the 76ers team, this smoothens out because, I mean, they're there doing
the only way we can smooth out is if he leaves.
And they're not letting him leave.
But Mariah, the man is in jail. he's
in
in jail minus the bars. And that's what's causing his mental health problems. There can be no happy resolution for either party.
Yes.
If Ben Simmons stays in Philadelphia, the man does not want to be there.
And they're finding him, then there's...
Well, it's chicken feed for him.
Yeah, but still, it just doesn't...
Pocket money.
Yeah, chump change, really. Yeah. It washes his car. Yeah, what they're finding in real terms. Huh? Yeah, so that's just that. That's just that. I think he has serious mental health issues, and I can't criticize him for the way that he's reacting to the people who oppressed him. This is what Peter Tosh sang about and was militant about in his career and in his life. Those who oppress you offer you an olive branch. You're gonna think it's a stick filled with needles. you're not going to trust it. So I can understand it. Understand it too, lads.
Okay, well,
Agree with it.
If you mention Peter Tosh, I have to agree with
There
you.
you go. We can take the break on that note.
We can understand. All right, let's take a quick break and come back.